Hi there and welcome back to another NJS instructional video. In this video I'm going to show you how to replace your old 7-pin round trailer connector with a new 7-pin flat connector. Now most modern vehicles are fitted with 7-pin flat or even 12-pin flat connectors, which also means that vehicles are no longer equipped with these 7-pin round connectors. Now these are no longer ADR compliant, whereas these are, and they're also Australian Standard compliant. Now this particular trailer is fitted with a 7-pin round connector, and to get around this I've been using a 7-pin round to flat adapter harness. However, having more connections in our circuit can actually be problematic. So today I'm going to replace this 7-pin round with this 7-pin flat connector. Now I have had some troubles with this coming loose and some of the trailer lights no longer functioning. So it's about time that we change it to a flat. And this will also help with any excess we have in the harness and just make it nice and tidy. Now we'll take off all this electrical tape and also undo our screws here so we can pull apart our connector, and that'll give us access to the wiring. And you can see that this tape has been on there for a while. This connector is about 16 years old. So as you're removing the tape, and if you're going to score it with a Stanley knife, just be careful that you don't cut into the wires. Now we're pretty fortunate that the colour coding of the wires is already correct and also in line with our new trailer connector. One thing I have picked up is there's no pin 2 wire, and that's because our trailer has no reversing lights. Now we'll remove all our wires from the old trailer connector, and that's by undoing these little flathead screws here. We'll also probably cut them back and then strip some new wire, just to have some nice new clean connections when we go to fit our new connector. Before we start undoing those cables, let's open up our new trailer connector. And we'll keep those instructions safe. And here is our new connector, and this is a screwless housing, so we undo this gland here, and then that just simply slides out. It does come with a retaining clip and screws over here. It's also nicely numbered over here with all the different signals or pin assignment functions. All our pin assignment and the wiring and the colouring all seems correct. We do have this, what appears to be orange, but it's actually a white cable with this additional black cable here. Now I believe that's the earth return, and also this is an additional earth. So that goes into pin 3 over here, and then this additional earth goes back to our trailer's frame. So let's remove all these wires, and I'm just using a small flathead screwdriver. Now pin number 5, which is our service brake, seems to be a bit stubborn, so I might end up just cutting it off there, as we won't be using this anyway. Like that. So as a quick look of our old and a new, this is our old over here, and then this is our new. And before we start wiring anything up, we'll just remove the old rubber gland there and just feed through our new one here. Otherwise we'll have to undo all that we do and put it in after. Bit of a snug fit, but there we go. And also on our socket we have another plastic or rubber grommet over here, so we'll feed that also in our wiring. And this will also help retain the cabling so it doesn't slip out either. So as we tighten up our gland, that'll also bite into our connector housing there. Now if you have cable strippers, it's probably a lot easier to do than what I I'm doing now, but I don't have them, so I'll just use this technique by just snipping and then stripping like that. Now, as you do start wiring in, just be careful because the numbers don't actually follow a logical order. So it goes from 1 to 6 to 5 to 3 to 7 and then finishes at 4. So just be mindful of that. It's not in consecutive order. So pin 1, which is our top one here, is our left-hand turn, which is our yellow cable. So we'll grab our yellow cable. Now you do want to make sure you can push that cable in as far as possible. The less exposed you have, the less opportunity there is for any short or any contact between other pins, which could play havoc with your trailer wiring. So I'll just tighten that up. Make sure it's nice and tight as well. There we go. Alright, so next is number 6, which is our brake, which is our stop lamps, which is red. So we'll grab our red one. And you do want to make sure you don't get those stray wires, because they can also start contacting other terminals, which is not great. So just take your time. Okay. Now, because our white and this thick black earth are meant to go together, you can see that we do have a bit of a height difference. So we will match up the black to the white, so that way when we do push them in, they go in as one, and there's no possibility of, say, the white maybe missing out on the actual connection. Okay, so now that they match up, we'll just straighten out the wires here, and then trim the black ones as well. Like that. There we go. Now just twist those in together, like that, and then just go for it again with the pliers. Just trim that a little bit, so it goes all the way in. So this is pin 3, which is the very middle. Because it is so thick, it is hard to push all the way in. So we'll just tighten this screw here and just double check that the connection is tight. Like that. Yeah, it's not coming out. Last thing you want is a faulty earth, because then everything else won't work. Okay. So our earth and our service brake, which is our trailer brakes, obviously the thickest wires. In hindsight, probably would have been easier to do those first, but that's okay. So I've just trimmed off that a little bit there. Push that all the way in, like that. Like that. Good. So our green, which is our right-hand turn signal, goes into pin 4, which is the very last one over here. And last but not least is our brown, which is our tail lights, pin number 7. So I'll just fix that up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Pushing that all the way in with one hand and tightening with the other. It can be a bit tricky, but it's possible. So I'm just going to check the tightness of all of these before we put our cover on. So before we screw it all back together, we'll put our retaining plate on. Pop that there. And you do want to just be careful that you don't pinch any of the wires. So like this service brake, the number 5, or our blue, will be pinched if we kept tightening there. So just move that out of the way. We'll tighten that up. Like that. And like that. So, just double check everything. So yellow is our left signal, correct. Red is our stop lamps, which is pin 6, correct. 5, which is our service brakes, over here, that's correct. Earth and our other earth, our white and black, go into pin 3, which is the middle there, correct. Auxiliary, which is number 2, or reversing signal, is empty, which is correct. Our brown, which is our rear lamps, clearance and side marker lamps, goes into pin 7 there. And finally, green, which is our right-hand turn, goes into pin 4 over here. Now we'll just push our seal through, which can be tricky. Like that. We'll grab our other piece and slide that in, so it just clips in like that. And then, there we go, push that in a bit more. We'll grab our gland and tighten that up, like that. So before I tape it all together, I'll do an electrical check, make sure that everything's working as it should, and then I'll finish by taping it all back together. And that way I confidently know that it's all okay. And already that's a much better fit, and you can see that there's not as much excess here, which will allow that connection to stay nice and secure. So let's start up the car. We'll make sure all our trailer lights and signals are working as they intended. So we did our electrical check and that's working well. So we'll undo this from the vehicle, and then using some electrical tape, we'll wrap this up and just seal it and make it nice and secure. So we've taped up our conduit and our cabling, tightened that up, and that's all nice and secure. So there you have it. That's how you can rewire a 7-pin round connector into a 7-pin flat connector like we have here. I really hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell notification icon. Thanks for watching.